Yeah, we used to have balls.
We're filtering ourselves
This show used to be ballsy. Now we're just barely ballsy besties. This show used to have grit. It used to have spunk. Now we're just talking about Valentine's Day. We used to talk about wrestling, dang it. We used to be the wrestling show. What's up, girly pop? Welcome back to Barely Bearable Besties. I am Thomas.
I'm Bianca.
And it is the season of love, my friends. It is going to be, it's going to be Valentine's Day really soon. I don't know when we're going to upload this video, but it's going to be before Valentine's Day, hopefully.
It'll probably be around Valentine's Day.
It'll be around Valentine's Day, and if you are like me, you are excited for this holiday because that means that you get to go to Domino's and get one of those heart-shaped pizzas and eat it all by yourself. So, truly the peak of human civilization.
Do they have a deal?
For single people?
Yeah.
I should ask.
Oh, I thought that's what you meant.
No, they just make heart-shaped pizzas. I'm gonna get one.
I thought, maybe they should give like half a pizza. They should be like, here's half a pizza for
Go
half
find someone with the other half.
Half a pizza for half off. Oh my god, we just made the new campaign.
Yeah, and then but here's the thing, and then we could get like a Tinder type app where it's like, okay, you have half the pizza, and then you get like a code or something like that, and then it unlocks. Just so you know, because like no one would lie to Domino's,
right? So
then you know that the person you're like talking to, they got the other half. So they one have good taste in pizza, sponsored by Domino's, and two, they have they like pizza. That's a big deal. I remember when I was in high school. This is gonna sound really stupid. So my first like official girlfriend was in high school. I was like 16 or 17, I can't remember, and I thought you were just about to turn it off.
No, I was
it looked like you were about to just turn it. Like, all right, we're done. We don't need to hear about this.
No.
My first official like girlfriend was in high school, and I remember being like, this is gonna sound really stupid, but I was in high school. Really nervous that she was like gonna be vegan or something. So then like we couldn't. I would have to be. I mean, like I would deal with it.
Wait, you were nervous that she was going to be vegan,
and that she like I didn't know she was vegan. So like I would find out that she is vegan. She was vegan.
Okay.
And so I was nervous about that because I was like, man, that's going to limit some of the restaurants I'm going to go to. And like, I love eating meat. I love stuff like that. So I was really nervous. And then, I guess we can talk about that later, but like one of our first dates, I was like, where do you want to go? And she was like, oh, we should go eat pizza. And I was like, okay, we're good. We're in.
Yes.
We're in. Cause I love pizza. Yeah. So this is the cue because you're getting like, you're going to get to know that they like pizza too in this app that we've created.
And now see, this makes sense because this is why this makes sense of why I like can't go on dates because I don't like pizza.
Oh, yeah. No, that's your red flag.
No,
that's your
for
universal red
sure.
flag. What would the app be called?
Would the app be called?
Yeah, I'm thinking like half-hearted pizza lovers, something like that.
I'm trying to think because I'm thinking of like a slice of pizza, a piece of your heart, a piece.
That's a wordy title.
I know. I'm trying.
No, that's okay. Yeah, no, not liking pizza would be a red flag for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I mean,
I get it, but I like breadsticks.
So you just go to Little Caesars and eat their breadsticks.
Yeah, they're good.
Then they'll.
The Little Caesars are the ones that have like all the like stuff on it. You know what I'm talking about? Little Caesars.
Parmesan pieces. You talking about the breadsticks or the cheese sticks?
No, the breadsticks.
Oh right, because you're a closeted lactose intolerant.
How dare you say that on the podcast? I am not. I just don't like.
You just don't like it and feel really sick when you eat cheese, exactly.
Yes.
So
I'm glad you understand.
Right. No, so I feel like breadstick. Like breadsticks are good. I feel like you are limiting your options. Like, I feel like I'm trying to think. I'm
limiting my dating pool.
Yeah, because like you're limiting your dating pool by not eating pizza. Because here's the thing: if you hang out at Domino's, you're gonna get a date.
There you go.
Because here's the thing: I feel like when you're dating someone, right, or when you're looking to date someone, you're gonna find you need to find someone who has like maybe you're typically gonna find one with similar interests. You know, like maybe you're in this club together in school, or maybe you are you meet them like I don't know playing a sport or like going to a dog park or something like that. If you meet them at a Domino's,
then what else do you need?
Right, you know they like pizza. That's where the buck stops. There, you're done. You're good.
But maybe I'm okay because we have talked about how, like on this podcast, we've talked about how it's important to have someone where like you guys have something in common, but you also have your own things.
Right.
So I'll let them have the pizza life.
So you will hang out at the pizza place and wait for someone to come in.
Like, do you like pizza?
Do you like pizza? Well, I like breadsticks.
We're meant to be.
We're meant to be.
You can have my slice.
So,
Jeez. Ooh.
do you want to do this first, or do you want to go into the audience?
Oh, sure, we can do those first. I mean, these are just stories.
So we asked our audience.
I only have a couple. You have a
That's
couple.
okay.
Too.
So we asked our audience, the people on our Instagram, Barely Bearable Besties at Instagram.com, Barely Bearable Besties on Instagram. And we asked them, what was your worst or funniest like first date experience, right? So we got some good answers. I'm happy with the answers we got. Mm-hmm. I think that y'all could have gotten better, but I think some people were a little scared.
Well,
they didn't want their answers on blast, which is understandable.
And it was a little last minute. We didn't give them a lot of time.
Yeah, but that's how we roll. We are nothing if not spontaneous.
Spontaneous.
And also, we gave them a full day because it's an Instagram story. I mean, we gave them a full day.
I know, but like, not everyone can see it in a day.
Listen. If you sent stuff in late, I get it. Rule breakers. I ain't mad at it. You know.
There were a couple that were really funny, but we decided not to read them on the show.
For whatever reason, if yours did not get read, we apologize. There was just some reason we did not decide to read it.
But we enjoyed all of them.
Get funnier
so.
content, I guess. No. No.
I can tell.
We can start with a short to the point.
I could do one of those too.
At the end of the date, instead of hugging or anything like that, he asked to give me a handshake. Enjoyed the date?
Yes.
To be fair, I have almost certainly...
I like that. I think that's funny.
I have done that.
Yeah.
I haven't asked for a handshake. I probably... You know what it was? I probably went in for a hug.
You went in for a hug and they were like, hey! No thanks. Oh, I've done that. Now that you say that, I've definitely done that.
That's funny.
Of someone trying to hug and be like, handshake.
That's hilarious.
Thank you.
Oh man, no, that is rough.
Sorry.
But that's awkward. I mean, that's it's funny though.
But it's.
It was in high school. I don't care, you know.
But it's probably really funny if you are like this date was great, and then they're like, all right, goodbye.
No, because the thing is, for at least this story in particular, I know the date went pretty well, and they went on dates after that. But it's like.
That's cute though. I kind of like it.
It wasn't cute.
Okay.
It wasn't cute. But
okay. It's situational.
Right. No, for sure. I think it was they were scared to touch a person.
Yeah, no, sure. I mean,
but I don't know. If they go in for a hug, sticking your hand out and be like, "All right, listen.
Okay, I'm going to
business only, okay?"
Okay, I'm going to do a short and sweet one too.
Okay.
It just says I had a car wreck on the date.
Oh.
On the date, he got into a car wreck.
No, that sucks. Actually.
Yeah. I mean, it could be a bonding experience, you know.
That's not a bonding experience I want to have. That sucks.
No, but you could tell the story forever. Oh my God, it was our first date, and he got in a car wreck.
He got in a car wreck.
Like, not if it's not a bad car wreck.
He lost his legs.
And then they had to be together forever because you can't just like.
You can't. Now you can never leave. It was all a part of a grand master scheme. It's like now you can't. Hook, line, and sinker. You fell for my trap. My trap card. No, that sucks. I mean, that's awkward. Because I don't know. It's just a stressful situation in general because you're like, dang it, now I gotta. Maybe this guy's gonna yell at me. I have to give him my insurance. But it's also, it's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing.
It's really embarrassing.
But what if it's not your fault?
That is just scary and annoying.
Yeah.
And it's still like, that sucks.
Yeah.
I feel bad for
What
him.
if it's the date's fault? What if they were distracting you from the passenger side? What if, like they were like...
They grab the wheel?
No, like they like they turn the music up really loud and are like doing something. Like, you know?
Dancing?
Yeah.
Smack you in the face?
Yeah.
Then that'd be different. Well, okay, so I was listening to an interview with John Cena. He was talking about how one of his girlfriends in like high school, I don't remember how he said he did it, but he accidentally ran her over. And they still dated after that.
That's great.
So like I guess that's the one. If they if they run you over.
I'll read another
That's
one.
real embarrassing.
This says, I planned a date at a taco place, and she canceled on me last minute as I'm in the restaurant.
Oh, that happened to me.
I know, that's why I read it. Because he got to the restaurant and got the text of like, oh, I'm not coming. It's like,
yeah, I wonder how that worked out. You know, like what that text was like. Like it was just like, hey, don't hate me.
I thought you were gonna be like, I wonder how that feels. That's what I thought you were gonna say.
No, I'm not bitter. Because here's the thing. So it happened to me. So I didn't get to the restaurant. I'd gotten dressed, and I was about to get in my car, and I texted her and I said, hey, what time do you want me to pick you up? Because we'd said like earlier, like 6 o'clock, and it was nearing 6 o'clock. But I don't know. Yeah. I was like, what time do you want me to pick you up? And she said, she didn't say no. She said, oh, I'm probably not going to be back until late. And then at that point I just said, you know what? Don't even worry about it. Because I was like, that's stupid. So then what I did, then I texted my friend Marquez and I said, hey, meet. I don't know if I picked him up. Oh, because he didn't have a car at this point. So I picked him up and I texted him and said, hey, we're going to eat. And then I don't know if I paid for him or not, but we had a ton of fun. We had so much more fun than we would if I'd gone on that date with Brittany. No, no, her name was not Brittany.
I love that you took Marquez on the date though. Like that makes me so happy.
Yeah, because here's the thing. And then you know what I did after that? I pretty sure after I dropped him off, I went home and I watched horror movies because it was Halloween night. I do remember that because that's just a date. I mean, I remember that. And I went and watched horror movies and went to bed.
That's awesome.
At a reasonable hour, like an adult.
Great.
No, and I was like, I'm not gonna worry about it too much because I don't know, that whole thing. It was like you could tell she didn't really like. She asked me. She said we should hang out sometime. And I was like, oh, how about we go get pizza? And then she said okay. And then but everything after that, it was like, oh, so what about this day? Yeah, you know, yeah. So, but I was like, maybe I'm bad at or maybe I was at that time bad at recognizing that she didn't want to go on a date with me, but she said we should hang out.
Yeah.
Like unprompted. It wasn't like
mixed signals.
I'm getting mixed signals right now. She just said I don't want to go on a date with you. I'm getting mixed signals
really
right
mixed
now.
Signals
really mixed signals.
I thought you did.
Yeah, I was just saying you smiled at me once and then I don't know what you want me to take
you're
from that.
You're smiling and then you're being nice.
Yeah, you're being nice to me.
You're being nice while you're saying you don't want to hang out with me. So it's like, what do you want?
Yeah, I don't understand. You.
What do you mean?
You were a cashier and you couldn't leave and I was just flirting with you. I don't understand the issue here. You were being nice to me. You were my waitress.
Do you remember that Justin Bieber song called "What Do You Mean"?
Right.
I was always bothered by that.
I didn't never listen to the music. The lyrics.
When you nod your head yes, but you want to say no, what do you mean? And I was like, huh? What is it? You don't like it?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Jay?
I don't like it, Bieber.
Here's the thing, fellas, or I guess women too. If they're, I think that I saw some Reddit post that was like, how can you tell if they're flirting with you or if they're just being nice? If they're working, 99.5% of the time they are just being nice to you.
Yeah. Well,
unless they literally hand you a receipt with their number on it, they are just being nice to you.
Well, no, I feel really bad though because that's been a thing.
Because I want to flirt with all the waitresses.
No, that's been a thing my entire life. Since I was in middle school, probably. Mm-hmm. Where everyone always thinks that I'm flirting with them because I'm really nice, I'm really friendly and bubbly, nice guy, yeah. And I'm touchy,
I think that's where
I always
get the
have
mixed
been.
Signal, right?
I don't know,
I think that's the main thing that people get a little mixed signal about.
Yeah,
which is unfortunate. I mean, I was about to say we live in a society, but
I don't mean to be I should clarify, not in a weird way. I don't know, I just
no, you don't just run up to people.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, but I understand. No, you're a touchy person, and I think people could get that mixed up.
They always. Well,
do. They don't. It's not they could. Do. They do.
Yes.
but so I think general rule of thumb. I don't know. It's hard. It's because I feel like a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't flirt because they don't want to make anybody uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. But then if you don't flirt, you may not ever get to. It's just this weird thing, but generally, I would say there are some situations. Actually, I was on Yik Yak the other day, and somebody said, "How do I?" Well, the phrase was, "How do I pick up females?" Oh, and geez. I wrote a list. I said, "Or how do I pick up females without it being weird?" Mm-hmm. Or, how do I approach females without it being weird? And I said, "Well, read the room." If they are talking with their friends, probably don't go and interrupt that. If they're alone and it's dark, don't talk to them.
So if they're with people, don't talk to them. If they're by themselves, also don't talk to them.
Yeah,
just don't talk to them.
Do not talk. Well, and then it was like if they're working, don't even try it because like just they're working and they can't leave. And then also, step 2, don't refer to women as females. That's a good start too.
That's a good one. The other one I like.
So be yourself. Unless yourself is a jerk, then don't be yourself. Be someone better.
Unless you're creepy.
Yeah, unless you're... Ooh.
Yeah.
Be yourself if yourself is worth being.
Oh, that's not...
But no, you know what I mean.
I do. This one is just cute, and I wanted to say it because I actually remember this day. This is one of my friends who was... our friend. Yeah. But anyways, he said I was so nervous for my first date that I panic bought a bouquet of flowers 30 minutes beforehand.
How do you say that word?
Bought?
No.
Panic?
No, the French word.
French word? What's the French word? Oh, bouquet?
Bouquet?
We've already had this conversation.
Not on the podcast. So here's the thing. I don't know what it is.
How do you
You're
say
probably
it again?
correct. It is probably bouquet.
But what do you say?
I have only heard, and maybe that's because I'm from the South, I have only heard bouquet.
Bouquet. I say bouquet, I think.
I don't say that word a lot, though.
A bouquet of flowers. A bouquet of flowers. Bouquet?
Bouquet.
It might be bouquet.
I think it's bouquet.
I've
now that we're saying it, it's starting to not sound like anything.
It always does
bouquet,
that.
Bouquet.
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 Bouquet. It's bouquet.
But no, I remember this day, and it was really cute because I was helping his date get ready, and then this was such a fun story. Oh my god. And then after he went on that date, yes, oh my god,
he came to our apartment.
Yeah.
And he was like, I have to tell you.
Yeah.
What happened?
It was so cute.
It was so much fun.
Well, but no, because he texted me, and I was like, you have to tell me what happened. Like I need to know, because I knew everything about the like leading up to the date, and I had to know how the date went, and he was driving back or whatever, and he said he had a good time, and I was like,
texting while driving?
No, of course not.
Never.
It was before, after, I don't know. Not during, whatever. But anyways, he was like, can I tell you now? And I was like, yes, please.
Yeah.
Please. And so he came over and told us.
That's
he stayed for a long time.
He did. No,
we
that was a
hung out
ton of
for
fun.
Really
that was a fun. Well, a lot of my.
I have a picture from that night.
Really?
Yeah.
A lot of my fun memories are from that apartment specifically.
Yeah.
But anyways, that was the same apartment you ran inside and threw snowballs at me, right?
I got you right in the face.
Yeah. So I opened the door. So we're just sitting there and it was snowing, and it doesn't do that often here. I don't think it in this city has really done it ever.
It didn't happen this year. I was so sad. I wanted
Well,
to...
it's not. It wouldn't happen yet. It would happen like around now.
Oh, okay.
So in this area, January, February is the coldest of the year. But so I get a knock on the window, open the door, and you and my girlfriend at the time just start throwing snowballs at me, which is funny because you had planned on doing that regardless of if I just started dating this girl, so she was planning on throwing a snowball at whoever opened the door. You knew it was me? No, because you said no. You didn't know I was going to be the one to open the door.
No.
Because you and she said, man, I'm glad it was you that opened the door, implying that you were just going to throw it at whoever opened the door. She said that.
I didn't care. I was going to throw it at anyone.
Well, yeah, but it's different for her.
But I got you right in the face.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was
scared the crap out
hit.
of me.
Oh, good times. Anyways.
No, so a lot of my fondest memories are in that apartment.
I liked that apartment. Do you have any more?
Oh, is that all yours?
Yeah, I don't really want to tell the other ones.
Sorry, y'all didn't make the cut. We have a very strict criteria here.
Yeah, say that one.
I invited a girl on a date to the movies. I was so excited until I got there and her parents joined us. So this screams high school to me.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. If it's any other age, no. If it's any other age, just leave. If you see her parents standing there, just walk away. Don't even show up.
Okay, but
if it's high school, maybe her parents are weird, just go along with it. I feel like high school is the time for you to have a weird relationship with her parents. You know, like them have a weird, like...
You messed up what I was about to say.
What?
I was going to say, No, my parents are much smarter than I am. However, I feel like...
Oh, God. Where are you going with this?
I feel like if someone was like, hey, this movie, do you want to come see it? And I'd be like, oh my God, my parents and I have been wanting to see that movie. Let's all go see it. I feel like I would definitely do that.
Jesus.
No, again, though, my parents are smarter than me.
So they say no.
Likely. Likely they would be like, dude.
Here's the thing. I can see you doing that too. That you're like, oh, do you want to go to this restaurant? Oh my God, Thomas has been dying to go to that restaurant.
No, I absolutely would.
Oh my God.
I absolutely would.
But here's the thing. I mean, there's no one. I feel like if you actually liked the person, you wouldn't do that.
I don't know.
Because you haven't liked someone like that in a long time. So like I feel like if you liked this person, you wanted to pursue a relationship with them, you wouldn't think to do that.
No, because I would get nervous.
Or you would get nervous.
I would get nervous, and they would be like, "Hey, I heard this restaurant, whatever." And I was like, "Oh my God, Thomas and I have been wanting to go. Maybe we should all go this weekend."
And then I would definitely say no. I would absolutely say no. Oh my God.
You'd chaperone my date?
No, but I if you wanted me to, I would be in the restaurant in the corner. If you wanted me to do that. But here's the thing. I guess
would you wear like a fake beard and hat, like?
I'd dye my hair black just for this.
Yes.
And I'd wear a hat and sunglasses. I'd look like Steve Rogers in like Captain America too. Here's the thing. Maybe correct me if I'm wrong, or correct me if I'm missing something here. But like, if you go on a date and you feel unsafe enough to where you have to bring your friends to watch you, maybe don't go on that date.
Well, no, for sure.
Like,
that's not what I was saying. I know. I meant more like I would get flustered, like not.
I'd come in with a towel, just like pat your. Come on, keep going. Like the ring.
No, because
the guy in the ring, like the rest. Like, come on, you got this. You got.
No, because we can say it on the podcast because you've seen it. I blush so hard and so fast.
Oh my God.
Like, and so when I work out a lot. Mm-hmm. And I don't really sweat much. Just my whole life, my dad's the same way. I don't really sweat.
Right.
But if you mention like a boy that I think is cute, I immediately start sweating.
She does. But here's the thing, she'll tell you too. Like, I am sweating. Oh my God, I'm sweating.
Because I need to turn the air on.
Because, oh man. So yeah, anyways. No, I think. But okay, so let's go back to the parents for a second.
Yeah.
So why would the parents? I don't know. If I'm a parent, I'm not a parent. If I was a parent, I wouldn't want to go on a date with.
No, I get it. Because it's a chaperone, especially if it's your first date.
This seems more like the parent saying we are going on this date versus.
It depends on the age because this could have been.
Well, here's the thing: if you're at an age, what's the acceptability of needing a chaperone for these dates?
If you need a ride.
Age for you.
If you need a ride.
Okay, so 14.
Yeah.
Here's my dating philosophy in general, and this is what I would tell my students. If you need your parents to drive you on a date, you're not ready to date.
No.
I think generally you are not ready to date if you need your parents to drive you somewhere. So I would say, and of course, who am I to tell you what to do? But
you have a podcast.
Yeah,
so
exactly. I have a podcast.
You're
so like,
kind of somebody.
I'm kind of a big deal, actually. Yeah. But I don't know, so I'd say like 14, 15 is when like relationships can be semi-serious and you can have a meaningful relationship. Now, I will also say, this is going to get me in trouble.
Okay, go ahead.
If you are about to graduate high school, break up with them. I think just generally, if you guys are going to different colleges, just break up. And especially if you
see, that's why I don't really support dating in high school. Which I know isn't
if you are a year older than them, or they are a year older than you, and you are graduating and they're going to be still in high school, just end it then. Just stop it right now, because you know for a fact it's not going to work.
I agree.
And you have to learn that lesson. So that's why, like, I'm not going to like.
You don't have to learn that lesson.
Yeah, but if you can get one of those under your belt, if you get a traumatic breakup under your belt,
I want to give a quick example because we've known each other a long time, and
right. Too long.
I have seen you have a couple girlfriends. I have not dated.
As long as we've known each other, you have not dated.
I never have.
Right.
But I especially didn't want to date at the school that we are at because I'm not staying here. I'm moving home, and so logistically doesn't make sense to me. But
wish I had learned that lesson. It took me 2 girlfriends to learn that lesson.
But you have seen me when I like think somebody is cute.
Oh yeah.
And one of my favorite stories is I didn't even realize I was doing it, but I thought this guy was cute and I was talking to him.
Are you talking about when we were in the radio
station?
Yes.
Yes. And you, after they left, you were like, "Oh my God, you were so loud." And I was like, "No, I wasn't." Mm-hmm. Yeah, you were really loud.
I've never heard her laugh that loud in my entire life.
But I laugh really loud. I always do.
No, not that loud. He was saying funny stuff.
Wasn't that funny?
He wasn't saying that funny stuff. He wasn't that funny.
It was not that funny. You're cute. But yeah. And anyways, I was just
no. So and you get it, and like I'll make fun of you all day. I get it.
Yeah, but you should make fun of me.
No, but like I get it. I mean, it's funny.
I argued with you too.
Crushes are cute.
I argued with you too, though, because I was like,
no, you were like, no, I didn't. No.
And then I look back and I'm like, oh, yeah, I really did.
You really did.
I really did.
Like it was.
And that crush ended fast, but we can't tell that story, so that's another time.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So that was.
Anyway.
Crushes are fun.
Go ahead. Tell the last one that you have on your list.
Well, do you want to tell this one?
Just read it first.
He took me ice skating and. He took me ice skating, then spent the whole time skating by himself while I was struggling. He was like, "Nah, you're not holding me back."
And
see you later, babe.
So at first, I wrote this and I wasn't gonna own up to it. I was just gonna be like, "Oh, that poor girl." But no, I'm gonna own up to it now. I changed my mind. So I have not gone on a date willingly.
Do not say it like that.
That is how I'm gonna say
God.
it. That is how I'm gonna say it.
No, because you being stupid. Don't try to make yourself the victim here.
No, let me explain. I went on this date knowing it was a date, but I did not want to go on it.
Okay.
I wasn't really interested in him, and I just...
Why did you do it then? Did you just feel like you had to? Like you felt sort of like unsafe, or like he was going to be...
No, not unsafe at all. He was really nice and really sweet.
It was a pity date?
Oh, God, we can't say that on air, but yeah. I thought he was really nice.
Right.
And I didn't have a good enough reason to say no. Like...
The reason you would say no is you didn't like him.
But I thought maybe I would.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, it wasn't that I just didn't.
Right.
It was like,
gotcha.
Maybe. Okay. The answer was definitely no.
Right.
But so I went.
He left you on your own to ice skate.
So we went ice skating, and I told him, like, in all seriousness, I was like, I'm not trying to be cute. Like, I'm gonna need help. Like, I can't ice skate, and I need help.
Pats on the back. Yeah, you're good.
And not in like the like, oh my God, can you help me ice skate? Like, no, I want help.
Right.
And
you would never do that.
No.
I would never see you do that. Like, ever.
No.
Well, you should do that one day, though, when you go to the gym. Just be like, oh my God, these Harriets are so happy. Can you help me lift them? PR, what does that stand for?
Oh my God, no, that's not me at all. That's not me.
No, it's not.
No, but so I genuinely needed help, and so we get there, and he understood that, and we got there, and I like am getting ready to get on it, and I was like waiting for him to grab my hand and help me, and I was like, no, I'm like really nervous, like I need you to help, and he went, no, really, it's easy, watch, and then he skated away. He just skated away, and I had just gotten on the ice, and I just stood there like, what?
Watch.
What? And so I'm clinging to the wall, and people are coming in behind me, so I have to like try, and my knees are shaking. I am like, it's awful. And he just kept skating the whole night.
How long? Like an hour?
Probably, yeah. Because one of our friends was there, and he came up to me, and he was like, hey, do you need help? And I was like, yes, I need help. And so
that's the beginning of a love story?
No. No, because we were friends. And so he grabbed my hand, and he was helping me for a while. And
the guy's still just skating past, like, oh, you're helping her out. That's good. You watching, Bianca? See how easy this is?
So we were skating, and then my friend paused and went, wait a second. Why am I helping you? Where is he? And I was like, I don't know. And then my friend left left me in the middle of the ice skating circle thing. What is it called?
The rink?
Rink, thank you.
Yeah.
He left me in the middle of the rink, and he skated away to go get him. And so I was by myself, and I'm like trying
See
to
you
like
later.
swim to the wall because I can't.
Oh, you were in the middle.
Yeah, and I can't pick up my feet. I was too scared, and so I'm just like swimming myself to the wall. It was awful.
No, that's hilarious.
So that is the one and only date that I have been on knowingly, and I didn't really want to be there.
Phrasing it like that. That makes you sound like you aren't being dumb.
What do you mean?
Every single date you have described that you didn't know was a date was like
Okay, well,
it was
so-
like every single. It's like, oh no, he was gonna take me to a
Listen,
like
wait, hold on,
symphony
hold on, wait,
orchestra.
no.
He showed up in a tux. He gave me roses. It was only like after that I was like, oh, that was a date.
Okay.
What tipped you off? The symphony
mean-
orchestra, the roses, the which part of that
Let me
was
just
a little
there was
confusing
no
to
roses.
you?
You're embellishing my story. No, so what I was gonna say after that was that I have, I guess, been on dates, but I didn't know I was on the date
Right.
until afterwards. I thought we were just like two pals hanging
Yeah,
out.
going to a symphony orchestra together.
He needed extra credit.
Oh God.
He needed extra credit.
What? Okay.
And so if he went to the at least that's what he told me. If they went to the symphony orchestra, they would get extra credit. And so he was like, "Do you want to go with me?" And I was like, "Yeah, that sounds cool. I'll
Right.
go." But now that I'm thinking about it too, I'm not putting this together until right now. No one else from the school was there, so I don't know if that was true
Well,
either.
okay, here's the thing, and here's the thing. I feel like generally,
But yeah, he took me to a symphony
just
orchestra.
for the audience is information and possibly safety. If you're ever in doubt that it's a date, one, it's probably a date.
What? No.
If you have any slightest like, is this a date? It probably is.
I disagree.
But here's
Because
the thing, no, because it didn't cross your mind once.
No, not once.
And that's on you. And here's the thing,
We were
if they
friends.
are spending a considerable amount of money
I
on
didn't think
this,
he was.
you're not helping.
I thought it was extra credit.
Extra credit's free. You just walk into a symphony orchestra. It's like, hey, sorry guys, this is for extra credit, and then you walk in.
And
Oh, he's got
then-
extra credit. Let him in. No, and then I feel like if there's ever any doubt, it probably is a date, or at least you can assume it might be a date.
But
and
what if
then
it-
wait, let me finish. And then if they are spending money on it, it is almost certainly a date.
Okay. I disagree.
With the second part or the first part?
I disagree. Because if you look at it in the other way, where because clear communication is important. Communication is key.
Okay,
That was
but-
the foundation of our friendship.
Okay,
Communication
sure.
is key.
Sure.
But
Is that the foundation of our friendship?
no, but it was a very early inside joke between us. It was a very early inside joke.
Okay.
But no, because if he's wondering, is this a date, and I'm thinking definitely not, then it's not. If you have to wonder, is this a date, then it's not. It
I
has
think-
to be explicitly, this is a date, or it's not a date.
What is it to him then?
I just thought we were hanging out at the symphony orchestra, man. I don't know.
What is
Wait,
it
but
to him?
I also had a friend.
I'm just saying this for like your safety and or
I know,
avoiding
and
an
I'm
awkward
disagreeing with what you're
awkward
saying.
situation.
I'm on the exact opposite side, though. I think you should assume it's not a date unless it is explicitly stated.
But that doesn't do anything because if they think it's a date, it doesn't matter if you think it's a date or not. You know,
What?
if the other person thinks it is a date, it doesn't matter if you think it's a date or not because they might try to hug you, they might try to kiss you, they're like.
Yeah, that's why communication is important.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything if they aren't going to communicate with you. I'm not saying it's right. I think
Number
sure,
one
every
pet
single
peeve,
time.
communication.
Every single time. Yeah, they try to communicate with you, red flag. I'm just saying if
And I'm just saying the opposite. So,
exactly.
but no, I had a friend take me mini golfing, and I thought
That's romantic.
Again, I thought we were two buds mini golfing,
Right.
and we were not.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he thought we were not. But to be fair, I was kind of tricked on that one because I thought that.
Oh, gotcha! Surprise!
No,
Surprise date.
I thought that 3 of us were going on.
That's different.
I
Yeah,
thought
no,
that
for
3
sure.
of us were going to a mini golf thing, but he never actually invited the other friend because he just wanted to go with me.
That's creepy to me.
Yeah.
Like, that's different. If it's like.
But again, we were friends. We were friends, and so I was like, oh, it's fine.
Like there's a difference to me between like, oh, like, I don't know, you hear those cute stories like, oh, we're all gonna go to mini golfing together, and then 2 of them backed out at the last second, and then like, oh, we were just alone, and then we became whatever. Yeah. There's a difference between that and like, oh, yeah, like there's nobody's gonna say like, oh, my mom, how did you meet dad? Well, he lied to me and told me that there was gonna be people there, but he actually wanted to get me by myself. So like that's not going to be a story that's told. If it's meant to be, you don't have to. This is a little where it gets complicated, but I think generally if it's meant to work out, at least for an extended period of time, you won't have to force it like that. Yeah. You're going to have to take some action and like put work towards it, but you're not going to have to force cute scenarios like that.
Do you have stories you want to tell
them? I don't have any here, but okay. I have some from the internet. I was trying to think of my first date ever. Well, because it's not a super like funny story, but it's like a interesting story. Okay. So it's a very high school story. Okay. So I remember it was my first date. I think I was 16. I don't remember. Mm-hmm. Which I've heard is pretty old to start dating. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I wasn't ready until I was. But because if I started dating when I was like a freshman or a sophomore, I was stupid.
I never wanted to.
No, and I don't have a timeline. I don't think anyone should have a timeline of like how things should happen. Like, you should start dating at 14. You should.
I want to say this because I was really surprised and happy. I had like 3 people respond to my story saying like, "I want to know. I haven't been on a date," and I was like, "Me either." Even
we should shout them out. Let's get them. Let's
bring them in and be like, all right.
Yeah. Do you like Domino's? Do you like Domino's? I don't really like Domino's. Get out of here. But you're not worthy of love.
Jeez. Okay.
You don't like Domino's?
I don't love Domino's.
You're not worthy of love. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Starts crying.
That'll conclude this week's episode of Barely Besties.
But no, I don't know. I thought it was really cool because anytime I tell someone that I like haven't dated or haven't been in a relationship, they're shocked. Mm-hmm. Like, and they always like, why?
Why?
Because I don't want to. What do you mean? No, really.
What's your deal?
No, it's really weird the way people kind of treat you when you say you haven't dated. They don't understand. Sure. They do not understand, and they want to know why. They want to know like who like did like you know what I mean? Like right. Who convinced you can't? I'm like, no, it's not. I don't.
Who hurt you?
I don't want to.
Right, and I think that like I feel like that's just one of those things that like people who don't have, I won't say a lifestyle, like they haven't they've lived differently. Yeah. Just don't like I get that a lot with like drinking. I don't drink, but like if I say I don't drink, someone's like, why? Is it okay if I drink around you? We're gonna go to a bar. Is that gonna be okay? I can sit at a bar and not drink. It's okay. There are so many
great comedians.
How do you have fun? How do you have fun without drinking? Well, I'm not. I mean,
there are so many great comedian bits about you don't drink. Why?
Why?
There are so many.
What was it? I don't remember who it was, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah. But it's like it is seriously like that. It's like why? Is it okay if I drink around you? Can you drive me? No. Stuff like that. So it's like the same thing when people don't understand what you're doing. And I feel like it's going to be that way too. Like when I don't really plan on getting married or having kids anytime soon, you know? So let's say I'm like 30 something and I'm not married or I don't have kids or whatever. And they're going to be like, why? It's like, because I don't want to. What do you mean?
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you? Yeah, right. Are you going to adopt? Are you just waiting for the right? Are you gay? You know, so that kind of thing. Yeah. So, I mean, people just don't, if they don't have that lifestyle, they don't have a life, they live differently, they're going to not understand it.
Sorry, I totally interrupted you, so go ahead and tell me your...
Oh, right.
Yeah, your first date.
So, first date, we're in high school, and I was shy. I was a shy kid. I was shy. I really was. So was she.
Even?
Do you want to tell my story?
No, sorry.
So, I was pretty shy, and I was... is it worth telling how I asked her out? Well, actually, she asked me out. So I went... It's kind of hard to explain, but basically, we were we had one night where we were just staying up texting each other. Mm-hmm. and this is before we were dating, and we were sending each other like funny pickup lines, like funny, like dumb, like if you were a fruit, you'd be a pineapple, like as a joke.
I think in high school though, that's the step before dating.
So fellas, if you're listening, or ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening, this is for free. This is for you. So I think as a grown adult, that would be stupid to do that now. Yes. But who knows? So I texted. We were texting back and forth, and I. This is a horrible line. But I said, "Man, I wish I had someone to like send these to for real."
No, you didn't.
And it worked.
Oh my god!
Because
high
the
school.
next day, here's the thing.
High school.
Ladies, or I guess and gentlemen, whoever, if their way of flirting with you is, "Oh, I'm so alone," you should don't. Ugh. Yuck. But dump him right now. Get rid of your husband. Ghost your husband, ladies. And that somehow worked. It was high school. That's why. That's how it worked. Yeah. So because the next day, we're getting ready. We're in a closet because we were packing stuff up into this closet because we were both in a band, and we're packing stuff up, and she just says, "Hey, if you're ever looking for someone to send pickup lines to."
Oh my gosh!
And then she's like, "I'm right here." And then
what line?
And then and then I like blanked. I completely blue screened, everything shut down, and I said, I was still packing stuff up. I don't even think I was looking at her. I was bending over putting stuff down, and she said this. And I didn't even look at her, and I said, well, we can talk about that later if you want. And then she said,
that's adorable.
I don't remember if she said okay or not. But then I panicked in the next class. I was like, why didn't I just say something else?
Anything.
So I texted her another funny pickup as like a...
We should have a pickup line episode though, for
peace
sure.
offering or something. I don't know. Not a peace offering, like a hey.
An olive branch.
An olive branch. And then, oh my god! And then, so we're all waiting outside for the bus in the carpool lane to like pick us up. And I was driving at this point, and my sister and I walk in. I think my sister was rushing me. But I just like walked past her, waved at her, and then left. and then I texted her after and just said, "Hey, I think you're whatever I said. I don't remember." No, because I was dramatic and stupid. I do remember exactly what it said. I said, "Hey, firstly,
oh gosh.
I think that was really brave and cool that you did that. And secondly, I'd like you too," or something like that.
I hate high school so much.
Right?
I hate high school so much.
And then our first date was like, I think a week after that because, oh my god. Oh, I should not be putting them on blast like this. They don't listen to this podcast. It's fine.
Yeah.
If they did, they might think this is hilarious. I don't know. But then we were just texting about it. And I'm laying myself out here. And I think we said, so like, are we dating now? Are we girlfriend and boyfriend now? And we said, yeah.
Gross.
And then we said, so now what? And then we both, I'm not joking, we both sent each other a WikiHow that was entitled How to Date Someone. And we both read it together. And then the third step or whatever was go on a date. And I said, do you want to try that? And she said, yes.
Try that?
And she said, yeah.
Oh, Thomas.
And then so we ended up the next week. We went and we had the last fourth block or fourth period together. And we walked out. And we went and drove to her town because she lived like a town over from me. And we drove there. And we went and walked down there like one block. Like Main Street, and we just walked around.
That's fun.
And then we got pizza. That pizza place is not there anymore. I actually checked. I was curious.
Should have been Domino's.
Exactly.
Would have been a match.
It would have been a match. And then we dated for like almost 3 years after that. But we went. I don't remember. We just sat down on a bench. First thing we did, we get the pizza, we eat, we sit down on a bench, and we're just sitting there. And we just start listening to music. We just put headphones in, like the same headphone. We were sharing a headphone. We sit there and we were listening to music. We were listening to My Chemical Romance, actually.
Oh my gosh.
And then I'm not joking, yawn.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
But here's the thing. She was probably a foot or so apart, so I just did like this.
Oh my god!
But then she scooted it over.
Oh, I want to watch it. Can I
No.
Show me the flashback.
Right, and
Like,
God, that's the last thing I ever want to watch ever in my entire life. Oh my God! But yeah, so that was my first date, and then it was so high school because we got out of school I think at 3.
Okay.
And her dad needed her home by like 4:30.
Yes, sir.
So I just took her home at 4:30. It was only like we ate, sat there on a bench for like 40 minutes, and then we drove home.
That's sweet. No, it's a good first date.
But it's such a high school scenario.
But it's a good first date.
No, it's hilarious. I think it's great.
Well, just because you said the WikiHow thing, I want to say, don't read it. I'm gonna read it.
Okay.
But the WikiHow thing. So do you remember? I told you one time I had a kid who he liked me. And I was a kid, but he liked me. Sorry, I had to.
I wish you hadn't clarified.
Okay,
Actually,
it was like 8th or 9th grade.
Right.
And he liked me, and it was awkward, whatever, because I didn't like him, and it was the one where he was like, I like you or whatever, and I was like, thanks, blushing emoji. It's like, oh no, that's awful. But you look back at your 14-year-old self and it's like awful.
No, for sure.
But
as a 14-year-old, that's like earth-shattering.
Yes, yeah. But anyways, after that, later he and I were talking, and he was telling me, he was like, so do you like me too? And I was like, well, I don't
Thanks.
No. And it was awful. But then later, he texted me a screenshot of a WikiHow article of how to tell if a girl likes you. And he was like, are you sure?
Are you sure? Rule of thumb.
He was like, yeah,
ladies, gentlemen,
it really seems like you do.
Rule of thumb. If you have to convince them that they like you.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But he's the one
Maybe don't.
He's the one too, though.
Wait, you said, are you sure? Because according to WikiHow,
Yes.
You're checking all the boxes.
Yes.
Oh, God.
But then later when he was like mad at me that I didn't like him, there was one day he texted me and he was like, you're cute, just the braces. I was like, thanks, man. Thank you.
Bro, he went for the below the belt.
Yeah.
That was foul.
Oh wait, I have one more date story that I can tell personally, and then we should read the stories quickly and we'll go. This was when I lived in Hawaii.
When you lived in Hawaii?
Yeah. When I lived in Hawaii, and there was a guy who I thought was really cute.
Right.
And we always did laundry at the same time or whatever, and so I would talk to him in the laundry room. And we would make conversation, and I was like, oh my God, we get along really well.
We both do. I do laundry.
He does
You
laundry.
do laundry?
Yeah. He was from the Midwest, I think, and I was like, I'm from the Midwest.
Oh my God.
We're soulmates, and whatever.
We both say pop. I say pop. You say pop.
Never said pop in my life.
I know.
Unless you're saying girly pop. To be clear, I just learned what that meant, and that's why we were saying that.
I wish we just hadn't addressed it ever. We're
Sorry.
just we start every episode with what's up, girly pop, and then we're one of those toxic
but
podcasts.
Anyways, but we never.
We're gonna get there.
For sure. But we never...
Every podcast gets toxic at some point.
Yeah, this is the
You
start.
put a microphone in front of two people who have no business having a microphone in front of each other, you're gonna get some mess, some tea.
But so we never talked outside of the laundry room. That was the only time we talked. I did get his Instagram, so I like followed him on Instagram, but I didn't message him because, But so anyways, he posted...
But wait, what do you mean? Because I liked him, but I didn't message him because he was from the Midwest.
No, I was nervous.
Okay.
And I was like, well, I'll just have to wait until he does his laundry next. Wait.
That could be any day now.
No, I lived across this...
You just show up at the laundromat every single day.
I lived across the hall.
What does that have to... Did you look out the peephole and wait for him? What do you mean?
No, but sometimes he would notice. He'd be like, oh, time to do laundry.
I feel like doing my laundry right now. I've done it 3 days in a row.
Anyways, but, one day...
That'd be cute, though. Like, he does it, like, you notice, like, you go every time he goes, and then you're like, huh, we've both done laundry 3 days in a row now. Then you discover that you've both been doing the same plan.
There we go.
Exactly.
But anyways,
so much in common.
He posted on his story one day, and he was like, "Hey, I have an extra ticket to this thing.
Oh
Does
no!
anyone wanna go?" And I was like, "Okay, this is."
Say that again. Sorry.
Sorry. He said, "I have an extra ticket for this thing. Does anyone want to go?" And I was like, "This is my chance. I'm gonna do it.
This is my moment.
Have I ever shot my shot before? No, but we're gonna do it right now."
Right.
And so I replied.
Hey.
I replied, and I was like, "Hey, if you still have the extra ticket, I'd love to go." And he didn't reply, and I was like, I'm sure he had a bunch of messages.
So many women trying to.
So many people wanted to go.
Go to what was it? A concert? Okay, I skipped ahead, didn't I?
No, it was a play about God. It was a play about the creation of the world told through Michael Jackson songs.
Okay, that we could have a whole episode on that.
I can't do it. But he didn't reply, and I was like, oh well. And then it was like an hour before the play started, and he messaged me, and he was like, "Hey Bianca, sorry, I just saw this. Do you still want to go?" And I was like, "Yes,
right.
Like I really want to go.
Yeah.
Of course I want to go." And he responded, and he was like, "Great, I'm not going anymore. You can come to my dorm to pick up the tickets." And I was like, "Oh." But I had now told him twice that I really wanted to go, and so I had to go.
Right.
But the part of the story that I didn't mention and should have mentioned is that I had just had knee surgery, and I was on crutches and couldn't yet walk. Like, I wasn't allowed to put any pressure on it. And I think I had surgery like a couple days before, or a week before maybe. And so I crutch over to his dorm. He opens the door and he looks beautiful, and he hands me the tickets.
Sparkling.
And he hands me the tickets, and I'm like, "Thanks." And he closes the door, and I crutch back to my dorm, and I'm like, what do I do now? So I called an Uber. I went by myself, and then when I got there, I realized his tickets were left balcony, and this is a really old theater in Hawaii that doesn't have an elevator. Oh. And I was specifically not supposed to go up or down the stairs. Anyways, took me half an hour. I got up the stairs, and then I got up more stairs, and the more stairs, he's all the way up there. And everyone gets out of the row so that I can get in. I crutch all the way in, and then realize my leg doesn't bend, and I don't fit in the middle. Everyone had to get back out. I crutch back out. They all go in, and I sit on the edge with my leg hanging out.
Oh, no,
and then one of my friends sees me and is like, "Hey, can I sit with you?" I was like, "Please sit with me." It was the same friend who helped me with ice skating.
Man.
He was
meant to be.
Yeah, so
the one that got away. No,
but so anyways,
that's the worst.
That's my other date that I've been on.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
How are we doing on time?
We're like so over time. We're so close to time. Yeah.
Okay, we have a few more. I was just wondering because like we discovered that if we go over like an hour and a half, 20-ish, 25 minutes, YouTube gets mad at us. So we need to not do that. But we have a few. So I have one. I have a submission from Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish messaged us. She's a huge fan.
She listens every week.
I didn't pull this from an interview I found.
No,
she's a huge fan. Listens every week. So Billie, if you're listening, we're on a first name basis.
And we know We know that you're listening.
We know you're listening. We would love you as our second guest on this podcast, right after Jack Black. You understand. You know how much we love Jack Black since we have such a personal relationship.
But I just want you to know you might be bumped to third
if Danny DeVito.
But Danny DeVito, we know, is kind of like
he's a little booked up right now.
Yeah, he's gonna come on like whenever he has time.
Right.
So,
but Billie, if you're listening, we'd love you second or third.
Yeah. She likes The Office.
What if we did that? What if that's how someone tried to date someone? Like, listen, I got like one person lined up, but if that falls through, you're on deck.
Yeah.
God. So she was talking in an interview about on Howard Stern about how her worst first date. So he said when she was 13, she went on a movie date, a date to a movie. A movie date.
Thank you. Thank you for clarifying.
He kissed me and then said, "That wasn't as magical as I thought it'd be."
Oh.
Billie, I'm sorry, Billie. And then she said, he was also super rich, and his butler, literally his butler, just took him home early. He left and I was stuck there. No one told me they were going to leave. Dude's really ugly now. So you win, I guess. He's really ugly and you're Billie Eilish.
Yeah. But also
one of the most beautiful people on earth.
He wins a little though because he gets to say that
he kissed Billie Eilish and she wasn't that good of a kisser.
Jeez.
What a flex though.
Oh, wow.
What a flex. She's just like, oh yeah, no, I'm the guy that dated Billie Eilish. She sucked at kissing,
Oh wow, that's crazy. That's a good story.
That's hilarious. Yeah. So thank you, Billie.
I want to hear your opinion on this one. Okay. A story from the internet says, I just remembered the time I went on a first date to the London Zoo, and at the gate, he asked if I would mind paying for my own ticket, which I said I would.
It could be super expensive.
Like
you never know. Or some zoos are like $30.
Yeah.
Ain't worth it. It is not worth it.
So she said she would pay. And then at that point, he pulled out a 2-for-1 voucher. So she paid for her ticket and he went in for free.
No!
Because he said, would you mind paying for your ticket?
How do you move on from that? How do you go to And
because it was his idea. He's like, I got a coupon.
Yeah.
I got a coupon. Let's go to the zoo. And so he went in for free and made her buy her own ticket.
That's evil.
That's so funny.
That's hilarious.
So funny.
He's a genius.
Yeah.
Okay, here I have a question. I have two things.
Okay.
Two questions I want to run by. I'm going to run by this one first. If you're on a date and he's paying, he pulls out a coupon, what do you think?
Smart.
I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah.
Some people might though. That's why I was wondering. Like some people be like, "Oh, coupon." Like it's definitely. I feel like if you're going on a date, I don't know. I could see why you'd be like, "Oh, you bought a coupon on the first date." Like that's.
Here's the difference. I think if he's paying and he pulls out a coupon, sure. But if he says like, "Hey, let's go to Domino's. I have a coupon." It's like, oh. I don't know.
Anything off the dollar menu, baby.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's different if he's like, I have a coupon.
If he's bragging about the coupon.
Yeah, but if you're just, like, smartly using a coupon, like, you go, man. Save that money.
Well, and so a lot of restaurants don't even do coupons anymore. But, like, let's say you're going to Chili's. And then you have the little points or whatever. Like, I feel like that's fine.
Yeah, sure.
It's something about just, like, making a point. Hey, by the way, I have a coupon.
No, because, like, what if you... I mean, if you have a gift card,
Here's the thing, though.
Same thing.
Here's the thing, though. I can see why it would be seen as not putting your best foot forward on the first date. I could see that.
Showing financial responsibility is not a good idea on a first date.
But here's the thing. In high school, if you're dating in high school, don't go bankrupt in high school before dates. That's ridiculous.
Well, so you and I have had this conversation a lot, and we should probably have it on a different episode because we don't have time.
Sure.
But we've talked about like paying on dates and who
should pay and all that kind of stuff.
And I don't fully agree with that the guy like has to pay,
right?
And that seems to be the general consensus. But like, I don't know. I have money.
Right.
I want to pay. I don't have a lot of money, but like
I can pay some.
I can do some of it.
Right.
Like, and I don't know. I like
You fought people to
I
pay
have
for
fought
if they tried to
people.
pay for you.
Yeah, because sometimes it makes sense. I think it's more of like if I asked you, hey, let's go do this thing, it would make sense if I pay.
Okay.
I think that makes sense to me,
Okay.
but I wouldn't assume that I'm paying. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
But like I would think either we are splitting this or I will buy both of our things.
Right.
But I don't know.
No,
It's a longer discussion than we have time
for sure,
for,
and I don't know how.
because we've had this talk a lot.
Right, and I don't know how I feel about it. I know, like, yeah, I don't know how I feel about it, but it's it is interesting because I feel like a lot of people, that's a big deal. But and I'm not saying that they're wrong for this, but like if the guy does not pay, that is a huge deal breaker.
For a lot of people, yeah.
But it is hard. It's just one of those things. It's hard to like sit down at a restaurant if you ask someone on a date and then say, "Hey, can we split?" You know, it's hard to do that.
It's hard to ask, but I think you should offer. I think.
Okay, that's the issue. It's like,
Yeah.
what if they don't offer? Then you can't ask. You know.
Yeah, and
So
it's
that's
really tricky.
That's the thing.
But I will not only offer, but I will fight.
Yep. You know, you told me about the one time.
Yeah, that's a different story.
Okay, so the very first date I ever went on, I was 15, he was 17. He chewed and talked with his mouth open. I broke up with him because of that, but I never told him. That's why. Which, here's the thing. I agree with you. I think that that's a big deal breaker to me. Chewing with your mouth open? I couldn't do it.
I don't like it.
I have just one more. No, I have two more. But they're short. Not so serious answer. The date seemed to be going well until 3 or 4 drinks in, he starts talking crazy conspiracy theories, like how there are demonic entities that travel through technologies and you can get possessed by watching TV.
Right.
It was wild.
That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry.
It was wild, and it took everything I had not to laugh at him. Listen, hear him out. Let him cook, okay? Okay, hold on.
Oh, we should have a fun, like, conspiracy theory episode.
No.
Why?
We don't need to perpetuate this because most people might believe it.
Yeah.
Then we'll get the wrong kind of fan base.
As long as we have a fan base.
Oh, God. All right, then one more, and then we can do one or two more. A coffee date. I almost said coffee. A coffee date.
A coffee date.
The guy told me, the guy told me all about all of his exes and why everything was their fault, and that his baby mama was a psycho and wouldn't let him see his kid. He tried to order for me, told me my food allergies were all in my head, cursed out the barista for bringing him the drink he ordered, and for the kicker, he told me I'd be prettier if I lost some weight.
Oh, jeez.
Honestly, I wanted to see the train wreck. That's why I stayed as long as I did, which is totally valid. I think that's totally valid.
Yeah.
What was the thing that reminded me? Oh, did you hear about that? It was this. It's not common. I can't imagine it's common, but it would be. I've only heard the story as guys doing this, where they'll like first thing waiter or waitress comes over and they'll start talking and they'll say, "Hey, listen, your tip right now is $20. Every time you mess up, I'm going to take some away."
No.
I would walk out
So
as
fast.
soon as that happens.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if he drove me there.
No.
I am not staying through that date because it's not because that's not this kind of train wreck.
Yeah.
That is like I'm just going to watch this dude be a jerk to this waitress all night, and I'm going to look bad because I'm with him. Or you have to. It's a non-starter for me. Like there's nothing. Like there's no I can fix him with this. There's you can't fix evil. I think that's almost evil. I mean,
no, it's just a funny sentence.
You can't fix sadism. Or what's you want like watching other people in hurt? Is that sadism or masochism?
Ooh, I don't know.
Whatever.
Yeah, can't fix it.
You can't fix it.
Can't fix it.
Cannot fix it.
Yeah.
That can't fix it.
Handy Manny can't fix it.
Not even
Bob the Builder.
Not even the
Bob the Builder can't do it.
Bob the Builder, can he fix it? No, he cannot.
No, he cannot.
Okay.
You can't even bring Bob in on this one.
Okay, I gotta call backup. Bob said no.
Bob, Manny, someone.
Someone, please.
Is there another builder? I feel like there's 3.
The trifecta.
Of builders. Bob, Manny, and...
Oh.
Isn't there another one?
There's gotta be.
We'll have to.
In the comments, name your favorite builder. Top 5 builders. All right, we gotta get through these.
Yeah, I'm good. I'll skip mine. Do you want me to read them?
Are they good?
I had a couple, but I was like, I couldn't decide which one. It's whatever. Ooh, that was
Let's
good.
do one more. The one that ended all off.
He asked me to move in with him the first night I met him. And
oh, no.
And better yet, his parents were also about to be moving into his second bedroom.
So he was trying to escape his parents, or he would have taken his parents with him?
Both. He wanted her to move in with him.
Oh,
and the parents were moving into the second bedroom.
Oh.
Yeah.
He was just looking for roommates. He couldn't pay his rent. That's exactly what it was. And listen, rent costs are really high.
It was like, hey, we get along well, you know?
He was looking for a roommate.
He was on Tinder looking for a roommate now.
Exactly.
I don't remember which one that I wanted, and I've been trying to find it, and now I can't find it.
Aww.
Well, this one I thought was funny. It said she was on her phone the entire time. I felt like I was eavesdropping on her super busy life. I immediately figured out that this was going to be how everything in our relationship was going to be, with everything online, and discussed all the time forever. What? I don't know. But she was on her phone the whole time, to the point where he felt like he was watching her live her life. Stop it.
I just pulled up my phone for those listening. But yeah, no, that sucks. It's like the first date. Like people are busy.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can do better than that.
Yeah, I don't like it.
No, that's rough.
This is funny. I'm not reading her story. I'm just gonna say what it is, because it kind of reminds me of you in a different way.
Oh God, you shouldn't have prefaced it.
No,
with
it's
that.
fine. She said she was really annoyed. It's a little different, but they went to a movie theater, I think, and they were watching a movie, and he kept like talking to her the whole movie of being like, "Hey, do you know who that actor is?"
I do that, but not in movie theaters.
No, you don't. I know you wouldn't
not
do it in the
movie
theater.
theaters.
You would.
But there is actually a huge debate online right now on TikTok about whether movie theaters are specifically for people who want to talk, or whether they're specifically for people who want to be quiet.
Quiet.
Because the argument is, if you wanted to be quiet, you just watch the movie at home. I think that's ridiculous. I think that's stupid. I think that everyone hates you if you do that.
Yeah, no, it's the atmosphere.
Yeah. Oh, it's the atmosphere, or maybe that's the only place you can watch that movie right now.
Yeah, but wait, it says he asked, "Do you know what kind of car that is? Do you know what other movie he's in?"
He's just trying to mansplain to him.
And I just love that. I think it's
That's
so
hilarious.
funny. Which obviously that's not what you do, but you do like to pause and ask questions.
I do like to pause and ask questions.
And I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I think it's funny. But I understand why some people would not like that at
Right.
all.
Well, if you it's
almost
that you
everyone
let
I
me.
know.
If you told me not to, I wouldn't do it.
No, for sure. No, because I don't know. When we do it, it's more interesting.
Oh yeah.
Because
we're funny.
We're funny. We
hilarious.
add to it.
Yeah, we're
Except for
we add to the office.
Except for sometimes you pause and you ask me a question, and I'm like, press play. He's literally about to answer in the next line, the next line, and I think it's funny.
Okay, before we go, I want you guys in the comments of YouTube. Tell us what you did on Valentine's Day. We want to know. I'm curious if you had any train wreck stories. We'd love to know if you did something cool. We want to know.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do on Valentine's Day, Bianca?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't think that far ahead. One thing I always do,
It's on Tuesday.
I always get all dressed up, which is fun. I wear like pink and red head to toe.
Mm-hmm.
I love Valentine's Day. Like even
Sure.
though I don't date, I love to let the people that I love in my life know that I love them.
Sure.
Yeah, I do. I
You
love
just gave me an
Thomas.
idea. Oh, you just gave me an idea.
Did I?
I am going to go to Domino's dressed up.
Oh, okay.
My plan my tentative plan right now, and this is going to be the saddest statement I've ever said in my entire life. My plan right now is that I'm going to go to a friend's house and play Dungeons and Dragons, and then we're going to get pizza.
That's awesome.
But the Dungeons and Dragons thing seems like it's falling apart, so I might just be going by myself and getting pizza, but now I'm going to dress up and go get pizza, which I think is hilarious. So
I love it.
That's what I plan on doing on Valentine's Day.
I don't have any plans. I'd love to be like, so if you're looking for plans, but we know that I'm not looking for plans.
Especially not from the viewers. Listen, you guys are great. We love that you watch us. We don't want to date you.
And I would say, because like us, we're besties.
Right.
You're besties.
You can't date.
We
a
don't want to
bestie.
date you.
No. No one does. No. All right. So before I start coughing,
you We
I
gotta
think
get
that
the
is
air
it
turned
today.
on.
So you guys have a wonderful, fun, and safe Valentine's Day. And we will see you all hopefully next week. Oh my God, what's the outro? I'm Thomas.
I'm Bianca.
Thank you for listening to Barely
Barely
Bearable
Bearable
Besties.
Besties.
Bow!
Bye! Wait, how do what do we do?
Jack Black if you're watching.
Jack Black if you're watching.
You know what's up.